Hello, fourth grade students. Mr. Edmonds back again. Today we are still looking at decimals and how they relate to fractions. So far, we have looked at decimals on models like this. So this is a base 10 model. There are 10 parts to it. So this is the one whole divided into 10 parts. This is one whole divided into 100 parts, otherwise known as hundredths. This is tenths. And boys and girls, there is a model for thousands. Look at how small one little thousandth is right there. If I was going to use my little pen tool right here, it would literally be, this is 1,000th right there. Itsy bitsy tiny. This would be about 100th. This would be 100th right here if I could color in it nicely, but I can't. And this whole row right here would be a tenth, 1/10. So look at how much larger 1/10 is than 1,000. And you're listening for that TH at the end of the word. That tells you it is a part of a whole number. 1/10, 100th, and 1,000th. Now imagine a 10,000th, how small that would be. All right, we've done that so far. We've worked on equivalencies. Today, we have a couple of essential questions as always. Are there decimals between decimals? It's kind of like that, are there worlds between worlds, if you're a Marvel fan. Where do I place a decimal on a number line? Today's tool is primarily number lines, kids. Again, we've done quite a bit with models like this and some writing of numbers with words. Now we're moving firmly into number lines. So that the levels today, remember, goal is 90. To pass a level, again, if parents want to make it 80, I'm fine with that. The two levels today are T.7 and T.8 at 4th grade math. What I want you to know, though, is we're going to start with T.8. I think T.8's a little bit easier than T.7. Okay? So, jump on T.8 real quick. And we're looking about, are there decimals between decimals? So far, all we have to do is just graph 8/10. And it has all of our numbers right here. So we simply graph it and we move on with our lives. Okay? Now if a fraction, same deal. Same deal, 7/10, 7/10, and we're just doing those equivalents. Okay? I'm going to jump ahead to a harder level. Now we have to find a decimal for an equivalent mixed number. And we know it's a mixed number because there's a whole number and a fraction. So we're going to find, and remember, if we can read this, we can plot this. So we have 6 and 6/10. We're looking for 6 and 6/10 right there. Bam, and move on. So remember, now this one right here looks a little bit different. It starts at 4 and 5/10, and it goes to 5 and 5/10. Your job still is to find 4 and 7/10. Click on that and move on. Now, let's say we clicked on something wrong. Let's say I was looking for 2 and 8/10. I wasn't paying attention. Maybe there was a glare on the screen, and we got one wrong. Remember, it shows you the correct answer. It shows you what you answered. And then it has a brief explanation. I would always encourage you to take the extra 30 to 40 seconds or a minute and read through the explanation. And you can do that with someone at home's help, an older sibling, grandma, mom, dad, grandpa, someone to help you out there, okay? Once you've read that, you have a better understanding. Click it, move on. Okay, I'm going to skip up to a harder level. So now we're looking at fractions not with tenths, but with hundredths. So remember, this fraction is 55 hundredths. So we're looking for the number 55 hundredths. That says 55. That digit right there is in the hundredths place. 55 hundredths. Okay. Let's see the same more difficult levels. I think we jump back into mixed numbers. There it is. 6 and 31 hundredths. 6 and 31 hundredths. Okay. Jump back up again. You're in the challenge zone. Remember, if you get to 90, you're welcome to stop the lesson. Now, this is where I wanted to get to, is sometimes their numbers will be missing on the number line. Your job is to figure that out. This level only presents a little bit of this. T7 has a lot of number lines that don't have numbers that you have to figure out. Okay? So take a look here. This is 24 hundredths. If this is 20 hundredths, this is 25 hundredths, this is 30 hundredths. Think about where 24 hundredths might land. Well, 24 hundredths is slightly less than 25 hundredths. Plot it and move on. Now we're back into mixed numbers, 9 and 48 hundredths. This is 9 and 40 hundredths. If this is 9 and 45 hundredths, this should be 9 and 46 hundredths, 9 and 47 hundredths, and 9 and 48 hundredths. Okay? Give the challenge a try. It's your first shot of seeing a number line with missing numbers in between. Okay? Okay, that was our second essential question. Now we're going to double back and focus on our first essential question. T7 is a more difficult level. I want you to do the best you can with it. The first thing is you're going to plot. I want you have to do a really strong noticing here. Notice that we start at 0 and 1. So we're looking at numbers between more than 0, less than 1. Okay? Well, our job is to find is what is point F. Well, take a moment to think. How many parts is it broken up into? It is broken up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 parts, not 11 parts. If you count all the little marks right here, you'll get 11. There's only 10 parts. Remember to count the segments, the space in between. So this would be 1 out of 10 parts, which we know is 1 out of 10 parts, or 1 out of 10 parts, otherwise known as 1/10. This would be 2 out of 10 parts, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, and 7/10. Now, on the last video, I recommended that we don't write 7/10 like that, okay? We want to tell the whole world there are no whole numbers, and there are 7 parts to a whole number, okay? So we want to say 7/10 with the 0 in the 1's place, okay? Same deal on this one. 0, notice 0 here, 1 here, and we're at the 6th part, so 6/10. So 6/10. Right here, remember, it's asking you to write the decimal. If you type the fraction in, it will mark wrong. At least I'm assuming it does. Okay, keep moving. 0 here, 1 here, 10 parts. Now, if you get going fast and all you see is that first pattern, you'll run into a mistake. Let me jump up a level here. This is where the mistake will happen. There's 0 here. This is 1/10 right here. So here's how I want you to attack this. You can take and use your knowledge of equivalent decimals and say, you know what? There are parts, there are decimals between decimals. And here's how you know that. This part right here, if there are 10 parts in between here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If there are 10 parts, make this decimal right here 10 parts. Now we have 10 hundredths, which we know is equivalent to 1/10. This is still 0 parts right here. Okay? Take a moment to think about that. There are 10 parts. If I leave that there, that says 1 part. I need 10 parts. When I put that 0 right here, did the decimal move? Did the number move? They did not. This is the same as 1/10 or 10 hundredths. Think of it this way. Think about a dime. If I have 1 dime, I have the same as 10 cents. Okay? So if that's 10 cents, and this is 0 cents, the first space would be 1 cent. So it would look something like this. 0, 0, 1. 1 penny. That would make this 2 pennies, 3 pennies, 100th, 200th, 300th, 400th. This right here in the middle would be 5 hundredths, which looks like this. And I want you to pay attention. This is 0 tenths, 0 tenths, 0 tenths, 0 tenths, 0 tenths, all the way over to here until you make to 1/10, okay? So let me clear this off. This would be 2 cents. It would be 0.02, otherwise known as 2 hundredths. Okay? Now pay attention to here. This says 1/10. This says 2/10. We want to change this from dimes, tenths, into hundredths. Here's how you do that. Take that first decimal, make an equivalent decimal of 10 hundredths and 20 hundredths. Now think of it in terms of money. 10 cents, 11 cents, 12 cents, 13 cents, 14 cents, 15 cents, otherwise known as 15 cents or 15 hundredths. Let me close up my tool here and type in 15 hundredths. So to recap, kids, now we're back to 0 and 1. So So we're right back to 0 and 1. So this is 10 parts. Therefore, we have 2 of the 10 parts. Move on, 2 tenths. When you get something like this, the strategy is we have tenths, 9 tenths, and 10 tenths. We want to make this into hundredths and hundredths. And now we're thinking about money. This is 90 cents, 91, 92, 93, otherwise known as 93 hundredths. Okay? All right, kids. I want you to give these two levels a shot. As always, if you run into problems or you're getting stuck, don't get frustrated. Ask for help. We ask questions like, I don't understand how there are decimals here. We ask questions like that. We don't ask questions like, I don't get it, or can you help me? Okay? So give it a shot. Be well, and I will see you on the next video.